New York City is home to the largest public housing system in the nation. The city's housing authority manages 345 developments with over 400,000 residents, more than the entire populations of Atlanta and Miami. When the housing authority opened in 1934, its administrators saw their mission of providing public housing as an exercise in good government. Despite a long history and a large presence in the city, public housing faces an uncertain future. Rising costs, budget cuts, and a fading federal commitment have left the Housing Authority with a budget shortfall of $195 million. So what does this mean for the future of New York City's nearly 500,000 public housing residents? We decided to ask them. On December 9th, we headed to the Queensbridge houses in Long Island City to ask public housing residents about their views on the future and what public housing has meant to them. Opened in 1939, the Queensbridge houses make up the largest public housing development in the country. The site has 96 buildings and over 3,000 apartments. Today, 15,000 residents currently live here. What was your experience like living here? How long did you live here?
I lived here 30 years, and my experience growing up here, it's like, it was hard because you got a lot of obstacles that you got to overcome. But I think you as an individual got to overcome those same obstacles and not be a part of what's going on out here.
Do you think there are any benefits to living in public housing?
I mean, I think it's a lot of benefits that go with public housing, because if you utilize the stuff like the GED programs and the stuff that they have in the center, then I think it'd be beneficial to you as well. Like, that's with anywhere, not just public houses. That's with any place that have programs to offer. You got to utilize it to your benefits. So
you say you don't live in Queensbridge anymore. What brings you here today?
Actually, I came to get a job resume done. And the Queensbridge, the center, the Reese, is going to help me do my job resume so I can get this new job that I applied for.
Here today at the Jacob Reese Queensbridge Community Center. We're talking with residents about their experiences living in public housing and their views about the future. Do you see any benefits to living in public housing?
Yeah, for the rent.
Yes, because I mean, if you're not paying gas and you're not paying electric, and you can kind of save a few dollars.
I pay $7 a month. Now, if I live someplace else, I know I have to pay about $1,000 and change. You understand what I'm saying?
What was Queensbridge like when you first moved in?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was real beautiful. Hedges and the movie theater in the corner. Yeah, everything was convenient.
The declining quality of life in the neighborhood has given rise to many social and economic problems for the Queensbridge residents and the surrounding community. Poverty rates in Queensbridge are nearly 3 times as high as New York City averages. The male unemployment rate is an astounding 44%, and only 54% of the adult population has a high school diploma. About 60% of families in Queensbridge are headed by single women, and nearly a quarter of them receive some type of public assistance. What do you think you would have done if public housing wasn't an option for you?
I really don't know. I think maybe, or I might have been living, when my sister bought a home, she offered for me to come and move in with her, our family, sort of like a 2-family house and all that stuff. But I didn't want to leave because I found my place here.
Are there any improvements that you would like to see?
More cops out here, because at night, it's kind of dangerous at night out here.
I think they should be giving fines for littering the ground, because I know years ago, and if your children were destroying the property or anything, they should be given fines or something for that. And maybe they would stop, because, once a child knows the mother has to pay because they put garbage on the street, that would make sense for them not to do it.
The system of the rent systems, some people pay little or rent to have some more viable manner of collecting rent. We have other people that live here practically free. Most of that kind of people are the bad element that don't care.
Have you seen the neighborhood changing over the years the 35 years that you've lived here?
I mean, yeah, with the maintenance and stuff like that, they laying everybody off, and You know, it's hard to get somebody to come to your house like something happened.
However, even with a history of maintenance and management challenges, New York's public housing system is an undeniable part of the city's physical and urban fabric.
Main thing, I think people have this perception that public housing is terrible and it's bad, and I think that's wrong. I think public housing is what you make it, just like anything else in life. You got to apply the things that need to be applied to your lifestyle, and then you and better yourself as an individual. Don't believe what you see on TV. I think you should come here and experience it yourself, because I think that way you'll have a better knowledge of what's going on out here.